Something that involves me and Junelle. Noah Lyles sheds light on Kenny Bednarek's shove. Noah Lyles has addressed Kenny Bednarek's shove at the U.S. trials, calling it assault, while hinting that the deeper issue involves something between him and Junelle Bromfield. Noah Lyles has opened up about the incident involving Kenny Bednarek at the U.S. trials for the World Championships in Tokyo, Japan. As Noah Lyles crossed the line to win the men's 200-meter final, Kenny Bednarek shoved him with both hands, igniting controversy. Noah Lyles clocked a world-leading time of 19.63 seconds ahead of Kenny Bednarek and Robert Gregory, who timed 19.67 and 19.80 seconds, respectively. For a sport built on speed, track and field often hides its biggest dramas in the seconds between races. The cameras catch the finish line, the medals, and the celebrations, but not always the emotions that simmer beneath the surface. The rivalries, the friendships, and the tangled threads of loyalty that bind athletes together. At the Tokyo World Athletics Championships, all eyes were fixed on Noah Lyles, America's sprinting showman. He had already etched his name into the history books with 4 200-meter world titles and a reputation as the fastest man on Earth. But in the mixed zone after a tense semifinal heat, the spotlight turned in an unexpected direction. Cameras caught fellow U.S. sprinter Kenny Bednarek giving Lyles what looked like a shove. It wasn't the kind of playful nudge fans were used to seeing between teammates. It had bite, sharp, tense, and heavy with unspoken meaning. By the time the clip went viral, the internet had already chosen sides. Was it a clash of egos? A personal feud? Or just a misunderstood gesture between competitive men? When Noah Lyles finally spoke, he didn't brush it aside. Instead, he dropped a line that only deepened the intrigue. It's something that involves me and Junelle, the name that changed the narrative. Until that moment, Junelle wasn't part of the conversation. To the casual fan, she was invisible. To the track world, though, Junelle Bromfield, the Jamaican 400m runner with a smooth stride and bright smile, was more than just another athlete. She had long been a friend in the circuit, someone who knew the rhythm of the sport's grind and the emotional toll it took. Her name suddenly shifted the shove from a story about teammates clashing to something far more layered. If Junelle was part of the puzzle, this wasn't simply about lane assignments or baton passes. This was about relationships, respect, and perhaps something more personal than fans could have imagined. The weight of competition. Noah Lyles has never hidden his emotions. He celebrates hard, he laughs loud, and when the stakes are high, his intensity crackles like electricity. Bednarek, on the other hand, has built his reputation on quiet determination. Nicknamed Kung Fu Kenny, his composed demeanor on the track is matched by a relentless drive to prove himself against the world's best. Often, that meant proving himself against Lyles. Their rivalry had always been competitive but respectful. They pushed each other to faster times, sharper performances, and tighter races. But the shove suggested something had spilled beyond competition. In his explanation, Lyles didn't give away too much. He rarely does when it comes to his personal circle. But dropping Junelle's name was deliberate, a breadcrumb for the world to follow. Between lanes and lines, track athletes live lives of constant proximity. They travel together, warm up in the same arenas, eat in the same cafeterias, and line up shoulder to shoulder before exploding into their lanes. Bonds form quickly, so do tensions. What looks like a 20-second race is often the result of months of shared training camps, overlapping social circles, and the emotional strain of chasing gold. If Junelle was in the middle, it wasn't hard for fans to guess the shape of the triangle. Was she the glue holding friendships together, or the spark that lit the friction? Noah's calm in the storm. When asked directly, Lyles didn't rise to the bait of scandal. He could have fanned the flames. After all, controversy drives headlines. Instead, he took a different route. "I'm not here to make it messy," he told reporters, his voice even but edged with a firmness that silenced further questions. "What happened between me and Kenny, it's personal. It's something that involves me and Junelle, and that's where I'm going to leave it." In that moment, Lyles showed the same control he displayed in his races. Explosive out the blocks, unstoppable down the stretch, but always saving just enough to cross the line with style. He knew the world would speculate. He also knew he had already said more than enough. The internet runs its own race. Within hours, social media exploded. Clips of the shove were dissected like Zapruder film. Was Kenny's expression angry or frustrated? Did Noah smirk in response? Fans pulled up old photos, training camp selfies, even likes and comments on Junelle's Instagram posts. Entire threads were dedicated to mapping out timelines of interactions. For some, it was proof of an unspoken love triangle. For others, it was simply the stress of high-level competition boiling over. But through it all, one thing became clear. Noah Lyles had once again made the sport of track and field a global talking point, not just for his speed but for the storylines that followed him. Beyond the shove, lost in the noise was what truly mattered: Lyles' ability to stay locked in. Days later, he lined up for the final, the tension still buzzing in the background. Bednarek stood just lanes away. Cameras lingered on both men, waiting for a glance, a gesture, a tell. But when the gun went off, both did what they were born to do: run. Lyles crossed the line first, chest out, arms wide. Bednarek followed close behind, teeth clenched, determination still burning. Whatever had happened off the track, it didn't stop either man from delivering on it. Janelle's silence. As for Janelle, she stayed silent. She didn't issue a statement, didn't post a cryptic tweet, didn't feed the speculation. In her own races, she competed with grace, her performance speaking louder than words. To her, perhaps, the drama was nothing more than a distraction. But silence can be just as powerful as a shove. By saying nothing, Janelle allowed the mystery to linger. And in that mystery, track fans found themselves more invested than ever. A story still unfolding. Whether the shove will be remembered as a heated blip in a long rivalry or the spark of a deeper rift remains to be seen. What's certain is that Noah Lyles has once again proven his uncanny ability to make track and field larger than life. With just one sentence, "It's something that involves me and Janelle," he turned a moment of conflict into a story that blurred the lines between sport, drama, and humanity. In doing so, he reminded the world that sprinting isn't just about speed. It's about the people behind the spikes, their passions, and the unseen battles that unfold long before the starting gun fires. And for Noah Lyles, perhaps that's the ultimate victory. Not just winning races, but making sure the world never stops talking about them.